Okay, to the museum. Cosmos Space Center, Space Museum.
Let's see, where's the exhibit on the launch 7 years ago? Are there any big giant rockets here? I can't seem to see any.
But, yeah, this is the big giant. There, that's the Hat One exhibit.
Oh wow, look at that photo of the team. Oh, they're adorable. I want to give them all kisses.
There's Clay and Mr. Starbuck, Director Cosmos, and Aura Blackquill, and even Paco. But I've never seen the woman on the right before.
Everybody looks so happy. Well, except for Director Cosmos. I don't think he's ever been happy.
Let's check out the newspaper article, too. I can't read that, it's too blurry. Hat 1 launch imminent, and there's a photo of the Hope space probe. I guess it's only natural it doesn't talk about the murder or the sabotage or anything interesting.
They really were keeping it a secret, just like the director said. Daddy, take a look at that jacket. It's like the one Apollo put on right before he went crazy.
Must be the Hat 1 team's uniform jacket. It's the same design as the one Apollo was wearing. The one that belonged to Clay. The one that turned him into a mummy pirate. Apparently he's a space mummy pirate. He didn't have enough adjectives.
Actual jacket worn by a Hat 1 team member, it says.
Not a replica, huh? I wonder if it was Mr. Starbucks. It's got a big hole in it. It's a gash up in the front.
Hello?
I'm assuming Paco, but it might be someone else. No, it's Juniper. Hi, Junie. Oh, Miss Woods. What brings you here? You're from a different case. Get out.
I heard Dina got arrested, so I've been looking for you, Mr. Wright. I thought you might be here at the scene.
You must be so worried, but rest assured, I'm going to do my best, my very best to defend her.
Athena's going through such a hard time. I hope she doesn't lose heart.
You've been arrested twice. You should know what it's like. Maybe that's why you're so worried.
Even just coming back to this place must have been really difficult for her.
What? Huh? You mean the Cosmos Space Center? Is she afraid of planets?
What, you didn't know? She used to live here when she was a little girl.
She did? No, I did not know that. No wonder she knew so much about space. Miss Woods, could you tell me more in detail? Let's talk to Juniper.
Athena's mom worked here. If I remember right, she was a doctor of psychology or something like that.
But why was a psychology specialist working in a space research facility? Because you want to make sure that people who are in spaceships for long times don't go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? So you need a psychologist just to help make sure that they are mentally competent to do a very, very difficult thing?
I don't really know.
It's a good thing I did, I guess.
But I do know that she lived and worked here, so Athena lived here too.
So it was far from Athena's first time here. I wonder why she didn't mention it.
She probably didn't want to talk about it. This place is connected to a very sad memory for her.
What sad memory? Did she drop her ice cream? Sad memory. Can you tell me about it?
There was a terrible incident here. It was 7 years ago.
The same time frame as the Hat 1 launch.
Tina's mom, in the robotics lab.
Paco! I knew never to trust you, Paco!
She was murdered.
What?
After it happened, Athena stopped coming to school.
Poor Athena. And all this time, she never let on at all.
I was so worried about her. I came here so many times, hoping to see her.
Here, to Gyaxa.
But I never saw her again. Never ever again, except for all the times that she defended me in court twice. After a while, we started exchanging letters. But I didn't get to see her face to face for 7 long years. So the first time you'd
seen her in 7 years was during Professor Court's case?
That's right. And I was so surprised. She was like a completely different person. So cheerful and happy.
Let's talk about Athena's goth age, her period. What was Athena like as a child?
She was very sensitive and kind. She didn't talk very much. She liked to draw and paint at home.
That's completely different from the Athena we know now.
I can't even picture it. She never left the Space Center much because, well, she was very sensitive to other people's emotions. When she went to crowded places, she'd get dizzy from all the emotions flying around.
It must be hard to hear people's hearts as well as their voices.
She always wore these big, heavy-looking headphones. She said her mother made them for her as part of her research.
Huh. I wonder what kind of research it was.
She was constantly electrocuting her daughter, electrocuting her with headphones. She was a bad mother who deserved to die. That's why Athena's so happy.
No, sorry.
Because of her special ability, Athena couldn't handle being in school very often. And I was always out sick because of my weak constitution. Maybe that's why we became such good friends. We used to play together here at the Space Center a lot. It brings back memories.
Sounds like Athena's mother played a big role here at the Space Center. Oh, Daddy, show her that picture.
Atta girl. Good idea. Let's do... I'm pretty sure they mean the one with... everybody? Is it this one? Yup. Okay. Present. Miss Woods, could you take a look at this for me?
Oh, look! There's Athena's mom.
You can tell because she inherited her ponytail.
The one on the far right, the one in the kimono. That's Dr. Metis Sykes.
Athena's mother's murder. Did it by any chance have any connection to the Hat 1 launch?
What? Why, yes, it did. As I recall, it happened on the day before the launch.
Just as I suspected. But that wasn't the worst of it. One of my staff members was murdered. So this is the murder Director Cosmos was talking about. Does that mean that the crime Prosecutor Blackquill was convicted of is the murder of Athena's mother? There's a chance her death is somehow connected to the current case.
There is?
Thank you for all your help, Miss Woods. And please, try not to worry. I won't let anything happen to Athena.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. I know you'll take good care of her.
So we need to investigate the robotics lab and also talk to Athena. We've got our plates full, Daddy. I hope we can fit it all in before the day is through.
The detention center first, then. We have to see Athena before visiting hours are over. Alright. I kind of wanted to go to the robotics lab first, but I guess we'll talk to Athena, who we just learned a lot of tragic things about. Fine. You're not Athena. Get out of here. Well, if it isn't Mr. Lawyer, fancy meeting you here. I'm here to gloat. No, I'm just kidding. I love you guys. Oh, hello, Detective Fulbright. Here on business? Well, to tell the truth, I'm here to interview Ted Tonate. The one behind the courtroom bombing incident? He suddenly said he's ready to tell the truth about that case. And what he was saying was so incredible, I just had to come right over to hear more. It's amazing. I mean, wow. A real nail-biter.
Incredible. What was he saying? Can I hear about it? I like to hear good things.
Why don't you hang around and hear it for yourself? Really? Really? Us? We are not policemen. Are you sure? I give you my special permission. You're my junior deputy. Here's a star for you, and one for you, little girl in a top hat for some reason, who I haven't met. Here comes the bomber now. Come on in. Let's talk to a murderer. Do you still have a...
You, what nerve? You have to come here. You're here to laugh at me, I suppose.
Like I'd waste my breath on you. Nope, his eyes are doing okay. After all, you're the one who assaulted Apollo and put him in the hospital.
Violence, no. Question, okay.
No violence. Too bad Apollo didn't get a chance to say that before you attacked him. Fine, then just answer me this, Mr. Tonate. What is this truth of yours about the courtroom you blew up?
No, I didn't do it. I didn't blow up the courtroom. When I told Detective Arm, there was another person in the room.
What are you talking about? Who else could have been there?
I saw it, I tell you. I saw someone's hand as they were stealing the remote switch. This person was there and witnessed the murder I committed.
Detective Arm?
I don't know who it was,
But that's who blew up the courtroom!
You expect us to buy that?
Easy there, Trucy. I don't see any Cyclops. So I guess he must not be lying.
pardon me. I got a little carried away, but I'm telling you the truth. I did not detonate that bomb. I did not set us up the bomb. You have no chance to survive, make your sorry old habits.
And there you have it. We can't exactly ignore his claims, of course, so we're doing a follow-up. We're even analyzing the bomb itself, or what's left of it. We haven't found any new facts yet, though. Well, they've laid it all out, piece by piece. Surprisingly intact.
Oh, look at all those beautiful little pieces. I want to rub them on my skin. I wish I could have them.
Uh-oh. Looks like his geek switch has been activated. Phony Fanty bomb added to the court record again. It's all coming together. Well, I hope you're ready for Prosecutor Blackwill's special brand of questioning.
Anything but that.
I'm afraid I have to be off now, too. I was just about to question Miss Sykes.
You're going to see Athena now?
That's right. Oh, did you folks come to see her? Oh, that makes sense. I guess you're friends. Sorry for the trouble, but could you come back later? I'm gonna be busy just beating the crap out of her in a room. Anyway, off I go. What bad timing. Looks like we'll have to wait until after her questioning is over to see her.
And after we came all this way, too. Well, I guess it's back to the Space Center. Let's go check out the robotics lab, Daddy.
Alright. Sounds like a plan. Don't get to talk to Athena. Had to talk to stupid Ted Tonate again. Robotics lab. Wow. Is someone building a killer, mecha robot back there? Are we expecting some monsters that we have to fight?
So this is the robotics lab, huh? Looks like it's exactly one floor above the boarding lounge.
And where people were directed to evacuate from via the emergency ladder. This is where Athena's mother was killed 7 years ago. Speaking of someone who works with robots.
Daddy, look! Over there!
Is it... Oh. I was not expecting Apollo. So they plan to use this bag to carry the capsule, is that right?
Yeah, more or less. Say, why don't we stop talking about the case and have a nice cup of tea instead?
Apollo and Aura Blackquill, sitting in a tree. Kissing. I wonder what they're talking about.
Well, come to spoil our fun just when I was enjoying our alone time.
Trucy and Mr. Wright.
If it's Apollo you want, you can't have him. He said he's investigating on his own.
And I respect his wishes. We just came to investigate the lab.
Well, this is my lab, so you need my permission if you want to do any snooping.
Unless you have a warrant or something, in which case, come on in. I'm sorry for being rude to you. Talks? Maybe talks? Before looks?
I heard about the trial. You made mincemeat out of the director. And suddenly Starbuck was out and your little subordinate, the princess, was in. Case closed, and they all lived happily ever after.
Daddy, say something to her. Say something very cross. I'm quite cross with her. Say something cross back.
And I suppose you're going to defend the princess in court, am I right?
The princess, huh? Guess she's talking about Athena. Of course! Athena is innocent.
Oh my, such loyalty and trust. She seems pretty suspicious to me, though. The emotionally unstable princess. And there's your culprit for you. Don't you agree, Apollo?
I don't know yet.
Apollo, how could you? What's wrong with saying, I don't know if it's true? It's a very scientific approach. Your subordinate is more level-headed than you. Or should I say, former subordinate.
I can't believe it. Does Apollo really suspect Athena?
Phew, all this laughing has worn me out. Your turn to say something, hunk of junk.
Mr. Taryn, you look pale. Shall I help you to the sick bay?
Mr. Taryn? But that's Apollo you're talking to.
Oh, this hunk of junk here is mistaking Apollo for Clay. Maybe Apollo is possessed by Clay's ghost, so that he's a space ghost mummy pirate. So many things.
Mr. Taryn, how are your injuries? Mr. Taryn, how are your injuries, Mr.
I guess Clay intends to hang around to haunt the princess that murdered him. Oh, and to haunt the lawyer that defends her too, of course. Hope you're not afraid of ghosts.
A robot that can see ghosts? yeah, right. And I'm a spirit medium. As a Magatama. Maybe I am a spirit medium. Sorry, but apparently scientists just don't tell very frightening ghost stories. I'm not scared at all. I intend to defend Athena, no matter what you have to say about it.
How perfectly foolish. That kind of blind belief makes people lose sight of the truth. Just like 7 years ago.
Could you tell me about the incident 7 years ago?
Why? Do you enjoy trampling on people's feelings and rubbing salt in their wounds? So do I. Let's talk about it. Or do you just want me to talk? In that case, what should I ask for in return?
I'd like to hear about that incident too. It helps me understand the current case better.
Huh? Apollo knows about that case too? Well, if you're the one who's asking, Apollo, come on, hunk of junk, you tell the story.
But Miss Aura, that's private information.
If you won't talk, I'll just have to make you talk.
Yes, who cares about personal privacy? Not me, Clonco, Clonco! I'm going to utilize my blast processing abilities to impart all available information.
Wow, what a magic trick. He's like a completely different robot now. I like him.
The bodies of all the robots that come to this lab are designed by Miss Aura. I was born 7 years ago. Miss Aura was much, much younger then. Prettier too.
Yikes. Better watch what you say if you don't want to get recycled, Clonco.
And then our hearts were created by that great genius, Dr. Metis Sykes.
Hearts? Robots with hearts? Where did you get hearts? Who did you take hearts from? Did you take our heart?
Emotions are not irrational things. Our logic and our hearts can be integrated. The two navigation company companions created by Ms. Aura and Dr. Metis and humans.
Metis.
Huh? She's glanced over at her desk.
Nobody could continue Metis's research. She and her work were truly one of a kind. And now the two navigation companions are all that are left of Metis here on Earth.
The robots are all that's left? Isn't she leaving out a very important someone? Someone who is her flesh and blood?
We built the ultimate creations together, but now she's gone.
I get the feeling Dr. Sykes loved her robots almost as much as she loved her daughter. Maybe more than. And almost as much as she loved you.
What are you talking about? Don't make me laugh. But you lost someone too, didn't you, Apollo? Your friend, Clay. I guess you and I are pretty much in the same boat.
Miss Aura, would you like a tissue? Or to stop leaning on my head? Or a tissue?
Keep your trap shut, hunk of junk!
Clonco and Paco.
Clonco is an important keepsake of your time with Dr. Sykes. You should treat him better. What does it matter? He doesn't feel pain, and I can always repair his body. Besides, their hearts aren't actually in their bodies.
What?
Yeah.
The program Metis wrote runs on a separate mainframe. Their bodies are controlled remotely from there. Their hearts and memories are there too. These bodies are really just peripherals. So, I can do anything I want to them.
I'm not so sure that gives you the right to physically abuse the poor things.
But why are you people looking into such an old case now, anyway?
Well, we believe the culprit of that incident might be the same person as in this case.
So, Daddy's going to find out who killed Dr. Sykes, too! I'm sure you're aware of who Metis's killer is.
Yes. Prosecutor Blackquill. Or so it seems.
That's a quaint way of putting it. Are you implying you don't think he did it? Have you met him? He is cray-cray!
I can't say anything for sure right now. But that's exactly why I'd like to hear your side of it. To help me be sure. Let's talk about your bro.
I was the one who introduced Simon to Metis, you know. He wanted to learn psychology, he said, to give himself an edge in court, as if he didn't have enough of those.
Prosecutor Blackwell's forte. His infamous power of suggestion technique.
Exactly. And he was oddly serious about it, rather than a teacher-student relationship. He treated her more like how a loyal samurai would treat his sovereign.
He seems more like a lost soul than a dignified samurai to me.
He He even got along well with that miserable little princess. Why do you call Athena the princess, anyway? Was her mother a queen? Was she queen of the robots? Well, she is Metis' daughter, after all, although she's nothing like her. Besides, doesn't the selfish little princess always have lots of white knights hanging around? No, I think I see why Athena didn't say anything when we ran into Aura yesterday. It all makes sense now. So the culprit behind the two cases could be the same, huh? Well, that settles it then.
What does it settle?
None of your business. Just forget you heard anything. How long are you people going to hang around in here anyway? What? But we came here to take a look around.
You think you can just waltz in and ransack a person's lab? Show me a search warrant! Please, no! We're not the police, so we don't have one. Then get out! Now! Clonco, show them out!
Certainly, Miss Aura.
Ouch, don't push!
My apologies, I'm just following orders.
Yeah! Poor Clonco is right. Whew. What a way to get shown out. The nerve of that woman! What's with that horrible attitude? I guess that's just how she is. And why was Apollo going along with her? I guess it's because they have something in common. Apollo lost Clay, just like how Aura lost Dr. Sykes.
I'm really worried about him. He's not himself at all. He's usually not all cool and dark and mysterious like that. He's usually super lame. But now that he's a space ghost mummy pirate, he's so cool.
I guess that's true. That's true. Does she mean he's usually silly and dorky? I'm gonna keep an eye on him. Hey, wait, Trucy, come back! Where are you going? She's gone. Don't do any dangerous magic. Don't throw knives at anyone. Trucy, why do I let my daughter have so many knives? What should I do now? Detective Fulbright's probably still questioning Athena. I guess I'll go back to the office. Alone. I'll just cry into the plant.